The train rattles gently as it speeds through the countryside. Poppy and Stewie sit side by side, two suitcases tucked neatly between them. Poppy leans her head back against the seat, stretching her arms with a contented sigh.
That trip was amazing.
Yeah, a real riot.
Poppy glances at him, her smile fading into a playful pout.
Come on, you're not still annoyed, are you?
Annoyed? Why would I be annoyed? 5 guys, 5 nights, all vying for your attention while completely ignoring me. What's there to be annoyed about?
First, those guys were your brothers and friends. Second, you invited them. And third, it's kind of cute when you're jealous. We should turn this into a weekly therapy session.
It always happens. People thinking they can come between us.
Hey, come on. Have I ever given you any reason to think I'd stray?
No, I'm just being silly.
I mean, I would if I thought that Daniel Craig hunk of a friend of yours wasn't gay. Then, babe, all bets would be off. I mean, he wouldn't stand a chance. It'd be like a lion pouncing on a buffalo.
Stewie freezes, his eyes narrowing as he stares at her.
You're joking, right?
Let's see. Can you get some photographic evidence of him being gay? That might cool me down.
The train begins to slow, pulling into a station. Without a word, Stewie grabs his luggage and stands up.
Photographic evidence. Got it.
He steps off the train, leaving Poppy sitting there stunned.
Stu!
He's already gone. Poppy frowns, her confusion turning to frustration as she sits back. A nearby woman, sipping her tea, raises an eyebrow and leans over.
You poked a bear too much, honey. That's what you get.
Poppy sighs, pulling her phone out of her bag. She quickly types a message to Enzo and hits send.
Can we talk in person?
She stares out the window, her expression a mix of concern and determination. The dimly lit bar hums with the chatter of patrons and the clink of glasses. Enzo sits in a corner at a table nursing a beer. Across from him, Stewie slouches slightly, looking both anxious and determined. You knew you were going to marry her the moment you decided on that train. You left her stewing at the worst possible time. Now she's blowing up my phone, trying to figure out why you're acting like a jerk.
Well, I had to get my grandma's old ring before one of my sisters snatched it. You know how they are, like vultures circling a shiny object.
She's really worried, pal. You've got her head spinning.
Exactly. I just need to keep her guessing a little longer.
Because that's always a solid foundation for a lifelong commitment.
Trust me, I've got this.
Alright, where's the big proposal happening?
Up on the rooftop of our apartment building. Her brother Max is up there right now setting up candles, flowers, the whole romantic vibe.
What if she goes up there before you're ready?
I got that covered. Our landlord's in on it. He sent detailed instructions to all the residents to stay off the rooftop tonight.
Covering your bases. I'm impressed. They taught you well.
Yeah, you did.
Enzo pulls out a check and slides it across the table. Stewie stares at it confused.
Oh, what's this?
Well, that's half your deposit.
Why?
Clause 7 in your contract. If you marry, or intend to marry your love interest, a percentage of your deposit gets refunded. Consider it my gift to help you start your happily ever after, without a financial burden. And call me Cupid.
Well, thanks, Cupid.
Enzo's phone buzzes. He glances at the screen and smirks. April, my assistant, says Poppy's on her way here.
Jeez, what?
Better head off, Romeo. You've got a rooftop mission to complete before she connects the dots. Stewie jumps to his feet, adjusting his jacket.
Well, keep her guessing. Make it sound like I'm still being a jerk. I want the surprise to hit her like a freight train.
That might not be the greatest.
Just do it, trust me.
Enzo raises his hand in surrender, smirking as Stewie heads for the door.
You know, if this goes wrong, I'll be adding relationship counselor to my resume.
Well, make sure you spell it disaster specialist.
Enzo chuckles, shaking his head as he takes another sip of beer. The door swings shut behind Stewie, leaving Enzo to prepare for Poppy's inevitable questions. The bar hums with activity. Enzo is seated at a table, calmly sipping his beer while addressing a nervous man sitting across from him. Poppy enters, catching sight of the exchange, but staying back to observe.
Clause 44A. A client shall not engage in an affair with any family members of their love interest while pursuing said love interest.
No, they're lying.
Interesting. I haven't even said who's lying yet. You're already sweating like you just ran a marathon. Doesn't bode well, pal.
Oh, come on, bud. Haven't you ever watched American Pie?
I have. I still wouldn't sleep with someone's mom.
Enzo opens a folder and slides it across the table.
We have 5 folders of evidence proving you had a thing with your love interest's mother. So, congratulations. Your contract is void. If you don't leave now, I'll personally inform your father, sisters, and 3 rugby-playing brothers.
The man's face strains of color. Shoulders hunched, he mutters a weak thanks and hurries out the door. Poppy walks over, raising an eyebrow.
You sure know how to brighten someone's day.
Well, a day's work.
He takes a sip of his beer and gestures for her to sit.
What's on your mind? You look like you're carrying a truckload of drama.
The men in my life are keeping things from me.
Yeah, what kind of things?
Stewie thinks I'm Hazel 2.0 because he caught me joking around with his brothers and friends. Now he's avoiding me like I'm radioactive.
Classic Stewie. Aye.
And?
My brother Max. I call him to ask if that's why Stewie's acting skittish, and he hangs up on me saying he has an emergency.
Wow, tough week for Poppy.
Do you have any clue why they're acting so weird?
No idea. Here's what I do know. Stewie really loves you. He wouldn't be acting this way unless something big was happening behind the scenes.
What the hell does that mean?
Enzo stands, brushing imaginary dust off his shirt.
It means stay the course, and all will be revealed.
Oh, great. Now you sound like a fortune cookie.
Does a princess not like a horse and carriage? Does a witch not like a broom? Do the Kansas City Chief fans not like the Super Bowl?
So you're saying I'm in for a good surprise.
Enzo mimics zipping his lips, giving her a wink before grabbing his coat and heading for the door.
Trust the process.
He exits. Poppy sits at the table, frowning, her mind racing. Suddenly, something clicks. A distant memory surfaces. The cozy cabin is quiet, except for the soft rustle of Poppy packing her luggage. She zips up her bag, but faint muffled voices catches her attention. Her brows knit together as curiosity gets the better of her. She tiptoes towards the sound, her steps careful on the creaky wooden floor. She stops in front of a slightly ajar bedroom door and peeks in. Inside, Stewie's sitting on the bed, talking to his older brother Rob, a rugged man in his 40s with a no-nonsense air.
I'm gonna ask Grandma for it today.
Well, you better. If you don't, our Ella will have that ring on eBay before sundown.
Poppy's eyes widen, her heart pounding as she backs away carefully, her mind racing.
What ring? What does that mean?
She hurries back to her room, clutching her chest, her thoughts swirling. Poppy snaps out of her flashback, her face pale with realization. She sits at the bar, her drink untouched. Her eyes dart around as her breathing quickens.
He's proposing?
She grips the edge of the bar, her knuckles white.
Am I ready for him to propose? Can I marry Stewie?
Her voice raises slightly, catching the bartender's attention. His eyebrows raise, but he says nothing. Poppy fans her face with her hands, visibly distressed.
Oh God, I'm having a panic attack. I can't marry him, not yet, not like this. What if I say yes and he realizes I hate his Star Wars obsession?
A nearby woman, sipping her cocktail, overhears and chuckles, leaning over.
Oh, sweetheart, no one's ever ready. Just make sure he's not proposing with one of those cheap rings you get from a cereal box.
It's a family heirloom.
Even better. Less guilt if you pawn it later.
Poppy groans and buries her face in her hands. The bartender sets a glass of water in front of her.
It's on the house. Panic attacks pair terribly with tequila.
Poppy sighs, taking a sip, her mind still racing.
Okay, calm down. Breathe. It's Stewie. You love Stewie. He's funny, loyal, and only mildly annoying.
She pauses, thinking.
Okay, moderately annoying.
A text message buzzes on her phone. She picks it up and reads a message from Stewie.
Dinner tonight? Just us?
Her eyes widen as she clutches her chest again.
It's happening. This is it. Oh God, what if he proposes in the middle of a burger?
The bartender raises an eyebrow again.
Sounds dramatic. Nothing says forever like ketchup on your ring.
Poppy exhales deeply, her panic ebbing slightly as a smile tugs at her lips.
I need a drink stronger than water.
The bartender smirks, pouring her a shot of whiskey.
Here's to life-changing surprises.
Poppy raises a glass, her expression a mix of nerves and determination.
Here's to not fainting in the middle of one.
She downs the shot, her resolve strengthening slightly as she stands up, smoothing her dress.
Okay, Stewie, bring it on.
Have you listened to our series Regrets yet? Meet Nathan and Lizzie, two 33-year-olds haunted by their past. When they unexpectedly reunite at an ice cream shop, old feelings resurface. But second chances are never simple, especially when heartbreak still lingers. Regrets is a gripping romantic comedy audio drama that explores love, loss, and the messy reality of getting a second shot at happiness. New episodes streaming now on That Love podcast. Don't miss out. Listen today.
The bus hums with the gentle vibrations of its engine, its fluorescent lights flickering slightly. Poppy sits near the window, her face practically glowing with excitement. She fidgets with her phone, unable to sit still. A curious woman seated across from her leans in.
Oh, what's got you excited?
Oh, I can't really say.
Well, whatever it is, it's a good look on you.
Thank you. I agree.
The woman opens her mouth to respond but suddenly freezes, her eyes widening.
Oh my God, no!
What? Oh, God, what?
The sound of screeching tires pierces the air as an Uber spins out of control up ahead, slamming into a school bus. The impact is loud and jarring. The passengers on Poppy's bus scream and clutch their seats as their driver slams on the brakes, stopping just short of the green light. Through the window, Poppy sees smoke rising from the school bus, which now has a gaping hole in its side. People from nearby cars rush towards the scene as fumes billow out. Without hesitation, Poppy leaps to her feet.
I'm going to help.
Are you sure?
Positive. My brother's a paramedic. I've got training. Think of me as Jedi Luke Skywalker, but with fewer lightsabers.
She reaches the bus just as a teacher, frazzled and clutching a clipboard, emerges from the wreckage.
We've got 3 kids with mid-level head wounds. We need to stop the bleeding fast.
Got it. My shirt's basically a Swiss Army knife at this point. Let's go.
Poppy climbs into the bus, navigating through the chaos as she helps the injured children. "3 hours later, the rooftop of the apartment building is beautifully decorated with twinkling lights, scattered rose petals, and candles flickering softly in the breeze. Stewie sits alone on a chair, his shoulders slumped and his eyes heavy with disappointment. His phone buzzes. A text from Enzo pops up.
Sorry, bud. Might have mentioned you were going to propose.
Oh, great. So she got cold feet.
He texts back.
Looks like it.
Another buzz.
Enzo responds. Sorry, bud.
Stewie exhales, standing and glancing around at the romantic setup.
It was a long shot anyway. Who'd want to marry a train wreck like me?
His phone buzzes again. Another text from Enzo.
Nate, Wednesday Addams can find her soulmate. So can you.
Stewie snorts, shaking his head as a small laugh escapes him.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Hang in there.
Stewie pockets his phone and starts blowing out the candles, muttering to himself.
Note to self, next time propose with a dog or something. Everyone loves a dog proposal.
He grabs his jacket, takes one look at the setup, and walks towards the door. Just as he reaches it, his phone buzzes again. He hesitates and checks it. It's a text from Poppy.
Where are you?
Stewie pauses, hope flickering in his eyes. He smiles slightly before responding.
Still here.
He sets his phone down, takes a deep breath, and waits. The rooftop is still decorated with fairy lights, candles, and scattered rose petals. Poppy bursts through the door, her face flushed with excitement.
Stu, you won't believe the story I've got for you.
She pauses, her voice trailing off as she realizes the rooftop is empty. The only sound is the soft hum of the city below.
Stu?
She walks around, searching behind the decorative setup. Nothing. She frowns, her excitement fading into worry. She exits hurriedly. The apartment is eerily quiet. Poppy pushes open the door, her movements rushed. She heads straight to the living room, scanning the space, no sign of Stewie.
Stu, you here?
Nothing. She moves to the bedroom and freezes. Half of Stewie's clothes are gone. Her breath catches as she spots a folded letter sitting on the bed. She grabs it and unfolds it quickly, her eyes scanning the handwritten note.
Hey, sorry to do this, but something popped up. It's a family thing. My sister got a role in a movie, and it's a 2-week shoot. She needs someone to babysit my nephew. And normally, I'd tell her to get a sitter, but I think this is a good chance for us to have some space to think about what we really want out of life. If it's not me, I understand. I'll miss you anyway. Please don't call until I come back. Stewie.
Poppy lowers the letter, her hand trembling slightly as she sinks on the edge of the bed, her eyes brimming with tears.
Oh, Stewie, you dumb fool.
She wipes her eyes, staring at the letter like it's a riddle she can't solve.
I was gonna say yes, you idiot.
Her voice cracks. She clutches the letter to her chest. Her head bowing, after a moment she lets out a bitter laugh through her tears. And that's a wrap on another episode of The Love Doctor, where love is messy, dates are hard to find, even when you find it, they somehow end up being disasters. But somehow we're all still trying. The show was voiced by Emerson Peary, Alice Gervin, and Ciara Haas. Written and produced by Joao Nasita. If you enjoyed today's romantic train wreck, do us a solid and leave us a 5-star review. Helps other love-struck listeners find us and keep the show going strong. Until next time, stay hopeful, stay ridiculous, and always check for spinach.